One of the ball games up at Eastern Maine Class A, but against Cony, I think he's averaged about 4 points in the 2 games they've played. So defensive strategy, one of the significant things here that Cony has always been able to do.
Bank of Maine is a full-service commercial bank. Because we're full service, we've got the experience to serve every type of financing need, whether it's a personal loan, an automobile loan, or a loan to buy that new house. Bank of Maine knows how to get it for you. Bank of Maine is a businessman's bank, too. Big business, small business. They're all part of Bank of Maine's business. Bank of Maine knows how to provide the funds you need on an economical basis. Bank of Maine in Augusta, Waterville, and Winthrop. Well, we've got about 10 seconds to the buzzer. Looking again at key factors in the ball game, Dave Rollins has 7 rebounds in the first half. Neil Glazier 6 rebounds in the first half. Marty Milligan is the leader for Rumford with only 4. Point leader in the ball game would be Jim Mooney with 8, Tim Leet with 8, and Dave Rollins with 8. I would expect that we'll see the same starting lineups here in the second half that we saw in the first half. And as the teams are ready to come out, here's Dave. Dave?
The most significant thing, of course, so far in the ball game, and everybody knows that, is the fact that Keith Willis, number 52, the 6'8" center for the Rumford Panthers, picked up his 4th personal foul in the very closing second of the first half. In fact, he picked up 2 personals in the last 2 minutes of the first half. And for Keith Willis to get through the last half without committing a foul is going to be a minor miracle for the Panthers, and they sorely need him in there. In fact, their offense tonight has been based on looping the pass into Willis. They have succeeded on occasion. Cony has defended against it pretty well. But that is the big... there's a block against Rollins. The charge is on Hayward. He picks up his foul, number 4. So Bill Hayward gets 4 personals for Cony. We may see Steve Marshallton, that important 6-man for Cony. Both these teams can play with 6 men and lose very little. Zyko is the all-important 6-man for Cony, for Rumford rather. And for Cony, Steve Marshallton, number 31, is reporting in right now to replace Bill Hayward. Willis has gone to the sideline, and Joe Zyko is in. So they're not taking any chances with Keith Willis. They wanted him in for the tap, then took him right out. Feed goes inside McKenna. It's the offensive foul is on McKenna. Ray McKenna gets his first personal. I'm sure John Shaw is claiming he did not have the enough room to get the ball and come back down. But it's 27-21 Cony. 30 seconds gone in the 3rd period. Class A final from the Civic Center in Augusta. Looping pass into Rollins. The turnaround bank shot is good. That's 10 for Rollins. Cony leads 29-21, and the press is on for the Rams. Milligan dribbles through the press. And the shot is good by Carbers. So Carbers breaks the ice. 29-23. That's the first 2-pointer for Stan Carbers. Carbers averaged 16.5 points a game in the Class A Western Final. Left side lead. Inside to Rollins, banks it up and in. Cannot give Rollins that baseline. Rumford did. It's 31-23, Cony by 8. Mooney, the good ball handler, goes into the left corner and back out again to Zyko, back of the keyhole. Carbers gets a pick from Milligan. The shot is around the rim, no good. Tap by Zyko, no good. And Glazier makes the play. And that is the kind of ball player that Neil Glazier has been all year long for Cony. Glazier and Rollins, of course, are the Cony co-captains. In the corner to Marshallton. Foul is called on Milligan. Milligan was trying to block Rollins in the lane. Pick up that personal. That's 2 on Milligan. Check that. That's 3 personals on Marty Milligan. 2 team fouls this half for Cony. Lobbing pass to Rollins. He'll take the 15-footer. That shot, rebound, Zyko. Joe Zyko, the sixth man. Rollins picks up the personal. Well, that's 3 on Rollins. Second personal for Cony in the second half. Rollins has never fouled out of a ball game that I know of this year. And of course, Dick Hunt is hoping this won't be the first one. Rebound McKenna. The foul is going to be on Marshallton. But Steve, that's his first personal. 13 foul for Cony. 2-shot foul. At the line, Ray McKenna.
Dave, there's one game I'm sure Augusta fans will remember that Dave Rollins fouled out of last year, and that was the big game they lost over at Mount Desert Island.
McKenna's shot. No good. He'll shoot one more. 5:59 left in the third period. Cony led by 6 at the half. They now lead by 7 as McKenna makes his second free throw. He now has 5 points. Mooney leads the Rumford scorers with 8. Marshallton, right corner, looking inside to Rollins, gives him the pass, working around Milligan, feeds Leet left side, switch. There you see Rollins, the complete basketball player, as he fed off to the left. Shot from way outside Carvers is no good. And the rebound, Marshallton, kept alive. Finally, Vachon gets it. He's trapped on the sidelines. Gets the pass away to Rollins. He'll have to hurry it over the mid-court stripe. He does. Rollins outside. Starts to work his way to the basket. And the interception by Mooney. 2-on-1 Renford. Mooney elects to keep. The foul is on Mooney. Offensive charge. That's the second personal on Mooney. That's the third team foul for Rumford of the second half, and there's a timeout on the floor with the score Cony 33, Rumford 24. We'll be back in a moment.
Located in the old post office building, Ottman & Company is ready to serve you and your real estate needs. If you have property to sell or are interested in buying, Ottman & Company will treat you as a valued client. Ottman & Company presently has a number of unique listings available. If you're presently in the market to buy, we urge you to contact Ottman & Company in the old post office building, Water Street in Augusta. Dave, that was a case of a call where I wasn't sure who that referee was pointing to when he first blew the whistle, and I'm not so sure that he knew who he was pointing at when he first blew the whistle, because the hand hadn't gotten behind the head yet. He was pointing down, he had his hand up, and it just kept moving and finally ended up behind his head, and the other hand pointing at number 32, Jim Mooney, for his second personal.
Well, the Rams will bring it up floor, and they lead by 11 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third period. State Cable Television, happy to bring you this championship basketball game from the Civic Center. Cony with the 9-point lead, 33-24. Vachon in back of the key. They're still giving him daylight. Tries to penetrate and banks a shot up no good. The tap no good by Rollins. Lost out of bounds by Cony. Rumford will inbound. Well, and right now Rumford's got to start an offensive spirit to keep from falling out of the ball game. Mooney goes down the middle. He may pick up the offensive call, but we'll wait and see. No, it's going to be on Tim Leet. So when Mooney penetrated, he did what he wanted to do, draw the personal foul. For Tim Leet, that's only his first personal. Mooney will be shooting 2. Bill Haywood is on the bench for Cony with 4 personal fouls. Steve Marshallton is in the ball game. He's been playing the role of the 6th man since Haywood took over that starting row. 6'2", 185-pound senior is Marshallton, and an excellent leaper. Has 2 from the free throw line for Mooney. He now has 10 points. It's 33-26. The Cony lead is 7.
Dave, Rumford's outscored Cony 10-5 from the foul line, and really that foul line's all that's keeping them in the ballgame.
Nice block that time by McKenna. Rebound Marshallton. Well, Steve Marshallton gets his first 2-pointer. Cony's lead is back to 9, 35-26. 4:19 left in the third period. Zyko on the free throw lane, stops and fires, hounded by Leet, no good. Rebounding action, foul on Neil Glazier. So Glazier has 3. McKenna will shoot 1 and 1. This is one point that we'll have to recognize. That is that Rumford will be shooting 1 and 1 from here on in the second half.
Shooting 1 and 1.
McKenna's shot is short once again. Rumford's had a little trouble with their free throw shooting. Zyko goes back outside to Carbis. Zyko in the corner to Carbis, guided by Vashon. Tries to penetrate. Left side Zyko wide open. He's got it. It's 35-28. Zyko, the super sub, has 4 points. As we mentioned earlier, both of these teams like to go with just about 6 men most of the time. Zyko, the swing man for Cony, for Rumford rather. And Rollins' pass goes out of bounds. That's a turnover against the Rams. And of course, Marshallton will come in for playing that 6-man role for the Cony High School Rams. Carbis goes left to Mooney with plenty of daylight, no good. Big rebound, Zyko almost taken away by Vashon. Zyko gets it, feeds to Mooney. Foul is on Neil Glazier. So Neil Glazier becomes the second Cony player to have 4 personal fouls called against him. The other one, of course, is Haywood. That has to be very big for Cony because there are 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third period. Maybe we'll see Tom Cameron for Cony, Mark Cameron rather. 35-30. But so far Dick Hunt has made no move. I guess Glazier will stay in the ball game for the remainder of the period at least. Mooney has hit 8 free throws to go with 2 field goals for a total of 12 points to lead the Rumford cause. 35-30. Vashon in back of the keyhole. Still has plenty of room. He takes the shot and hits it. Well, he shot 1 for 8 the first half. 37-30. But he'll pick up on that percentage. Ball almost lost. Mooney regains it. Cony with a 7-point lead. They go left side. They're finding holes now. The shot is good by Milligan. They are beginning to find some holes in the Cony defense. 37-32. Rebound. Rumford has 2 on the 2 now as Glazier gets back. Shot by Carbis, no good. Marshallton got way up for the rebound, but he lost it out of bounds. Marshallton and Zyko clashing for the rebound. It was off Steve Marshallton. Hartman and Company Real Estate, Brewers Dairy, the Transco Office Equipment, Bank of Maine, Pullen Brothers Plumbing and Heating, all combining to bring you this Class A championship basketball to the fans in the Augusta area.
Dave, that last basket that Rumford made off from the pick, that pick looked like the old move where you get your friend to kneel down behind somebody and then push the guy over him.
Offensive rebound is good by Mooney. That time, a great hustle on the offensive boards by 6-foot Jim Mooney. That's 15 points for Mooney. He's taking over for Rumford as far as the offense is concerned. Late has daylight. Switch. 12 points for Tim Leite, and I think all 6 of those are left shots out of the left corner, the Tim Leite specialty. 39-34. Cony will not relinquish that lead right now. There's a tie-up. Milligan will probably jump against Neil Glazier. We'll wait to see. No, it's going to be Ray McKenna, number 50, that will jump against Neil Glazier. This is the timeout with the score. Cony 39, Rumford 34.
Pullen Brothers Plumbing and Heating, your area plumbing contractor. When Pullen Brothers takes on a plumbing job, big or small, you can rest assured that the job will be done right. Pullen Brothers Plumbing and Heating, Augusta. Well, Dave, it looked like the Cony Rams were going to break it open, as we all had hoped. Opened up a 9-point lead, had the ball with a chance to go to 11, but now we find that Rumford has pulled right back into the ball game, down by only 5 with 1:36 left. And, of course, Cony Rams in trouble all over the board. Rollins with 3 fouls, Haywood with 4 fouls, Neil Glazier with 4 fouls. For the Rumford Panthers, Keith Willis continues to be the only one in trouble, but he has seen action only for the opening tip and then went and sat down. Marty Milligan has 3 also for the Panthers.
Well, Keith Willis, who came in for the tap to start the second half and then immediately went back out, has been out throughout most of this third period, and yet Rumford is still hanging in there. They haven't. Cony will play it inbounds. It was ruled off Rumford. Rumford's done amazingly well without that 6'8" center in there. It hasn't made too much difference to them. Mooney has picked up the slack. He has 15 to lead Rumford. Rumford now is pressing all over the floor. And Neil Glazier will bring it up against Zyko. Zyko gets the personal foul as Vashon gave Glazier the pick. And Zyko tried to push his way through the pick. That's the first personal on Zyko. What's the team foul, John, on Rumford?
They've gone the limit now. On the next foul, Cony will be shooting 1-and-1 as well.
39-34. Cony has led throughout most of the ball game. 5 seconds. Will be a jump ball at midcourt. Rollins will jump against Marty Milligan. Rollins 6'5", Milligan 6'4". Vashon with the tap. 41-34. That's 6 for Vashon. Cony turned the jump ball into an easy basket. 1 minute even left in the third period. Shot is good by Zyko. 6 points for Joe Zyko. And the pass out of bounds is thrown away by Cony. Rumford's press nets a turnover. And the Cony 5-point lead can be cut to 3 in the last 52 seconds of the first period if Rumford can hit. This is Zyko outside, gets a pick, doesn't use it. Left side, Carbus, round the rim, no good. Rebound, Zyko wants to go to the hoop, blocked by Rollins. Rebound, Marshallin will jump with McKenna. John, we're getting some real good action on the rebounding.
Yeah, it's getting real tough inside, David. 38 seconds left here in the third quarter, and it's still anybody's ball game. It's really, with the exception of a few minutes in that first game when Cony was up by 13, these two teams now have played 11 periods and haven't been more than 8 points apart at any one time.
Glazier with the feed from Rollins. Rollins gets the big assist. Glazier with the money. It's 43-36, and then the needless foul after the basket by Mooney. That's his third. Glazier will be shooting, I believe, 1-and-1. He'll shoot one shot. Could have sworn that was a 1-and-1 play. Deep rebound, no good. Taken away by Rumford, 43-36, 7-point lead. Carbus left side, Mooney. Leet out in front in the zone, trying to harass the outside shooters. Right corner, Milligan goes baseline, fires over Rollins, offensive foul on Milligan. There was no bucket. No, the foul was on Marshallin.
Dave, that's going to be the worst call in the ballgame that I've seen. Marshall didn't even have his hand out. Milligan couldn't turn the corner because Rollins was there. He ran right over Rollins, and then he called the foul on Marshallton. And I was looking straight in on it from where I'm sitting, and Marshallton didn't even have his hand out.
So it's 43-36. Milligan will be at the line. Marshallton has 2 personals. 43-37. Cony cannot increase that 5-point lead. They led by 6 at the half. Rumford is hung right in there. Pass goes out of bounds.